What do you see as the big issues that you face and things you want to implement?
It is really about how do we institutionalize a pathway to success and create an infrastructure to do that. And I believe they're in three areas that relate to each other directly and indirectly. One is just sound budgetary practices and operational efficiency. We've gone a long way in that, but we do need to do a few more things to make sure it's institutionalized the way in which you do that if you want to be mayor of the city of Cleveland. The second thing is education. As you know, we've been able to get our education reform passed in Columbus, and we were successful in a levy to pay for it. This is our first year implementation, and we have 4 years to get it right before the levy renewal is up. And if we do get it right, I believe that the public will support us going forward. So that's another thing. The third thing is community benefits, is how do we have economic growth and prosperity and have it be part of a broader sharing of that wealth created in terms of opportunities to access it. And how do we invest in our local economy by contracting, procurements, supplier network, workforce? How do we keep that money in the positive impact of that money into our local economy?
And here you're talking about a formal community benefits agreement.
A community benefits agreement, yes.
Beyond these things, what are the things that you maybe regret you haven't been able to get to?
Well, I don't know if there's anything that I regret I haven't been able to get to. I work on all these things. And I know that you have quality of life, safety issues, all these kind of things, but I can deal with them separately and make some impact, or I can deal with the core things that will really help to resolve the problem, because crime and poverty and other things are really the symptoms of a deeper thing. And I believe working on quality education and economic growth and prosperity, where people can participate in that as an entrepreneur or in the workforce, it will help address the quality of life in our neighborhoods, and will address the issue of poverty and address the issue of crime in a more sustainable and substantive way. So if there's any regret, it's more about the thing not moving fast enough, because we're touching on all of the relevant issues. I'm just not doing them piecemeal and dealing with poverty and not addressing the core cause of it, or crime and not addressing the core cause. I tend to want to address the core issues, because I know if we resolve them, then we have a substantive, sustainable outcome for a long period of time.
Well, one last thing, which you sort of haven't talked about yet, the lakefront plan.
Yes.
What do you hope that will be in 4 years?
Substantially on its way. We have, as you know, sent out the RFQ. We got responses. Now we sent out the RFP, and I think we were expecting that by the first week of November. Then we'll start an interview process to see about which developer provides the best opportunity for us to be successful. And so starting in 14 is identifying actual actions to be taken. As you know, we've taken away a lot of impediment by gaining site control with the city, really determining which institution on the lake and riverfront are responsible for what activities. We've set out a clear indication of what our expectation is in terms of a lakefront plan that gives us a clear blueprint that really takes off the table the airport and the port, because if we'd have put them on the table, then we'd have had pretty pictures of what's on there, but it wouldn't have been a practical plan. What we have now is a very practical plan where things can get done and be done pretty quickly and efficiently. So I think in 4 years, I want to make sure that we're substantially there.